Antarctica, the coldest and most isolated continent on Earth, is a land where few dare to venture and even fewer survive. Yet one man's tale of survival and endurance stands out among all others, the story of Sir Douglas Mawson. Born in 1882 in Australia, Mawson was a geologist and explorer whose name would become synonymous with Antarctic exploration. From an early age, he exhibited a fascination with the natural world, especially geology. His passion for the Earth's physical makeup led him to pursue a career that would take him to the most remote and inhospitable regions of the world. In 1911, Mawson set out on what would become his most famous expedition, the Australasian Antarctic Expedition. This ambitious journey aimed to explore the uncharted territories of Antarctica and map the frozen wilderness. The mission was filled with the promise of scientific discovery, but also fraught with the perils of the unknown. Preparation for the journey was extensive. Mawson carefully selected a team of dedicated and capable explorers. They stocked up on supplies sufficient to survive the extreme Antarctic conditions for more than a year. As they set sail for the icy continent, the enormity of the task ahead became clear. The Southern Ocean, with its harsh, icy waters and violent storms, was a formidable obstacle. Upon reaching Antarctica, the team was struck by its vast, barren beauty, an endless expanse of snow and ice where the sun barely rose above the horizon and temperatures dropped well below freezing. The true test of their endurance was only just beginning. The challenges that awaited Mawson and his team were immense. Upon landing in Antarctica, they immediately set to work establishing a base camp. However, their work was not easy. Fierce blizzards and freezing winds made everything harder. As they braved these conditions, the team's spirit was tested as they battled against nature's wrath. But Mawson's leadership kept them focused on their mission. With each passing day, the bitter cold and relentless storms showed no sign of relenting. Yet Mawson, along with his team members Belgrave Ninnis and Xavier Mertz, pressed on, determined to explore and map the unknown. They set out from their base camp with sled dogs and supplies, leaving the rest of the crew behind. Their goal was to venture deeper into the unexplored Antarctic interior. Despite the hostile environment, Mawson's leadership and unwavering resolve kept them moving forward. The trio collected valuable geological samples, mapped new areas, and studied the unique wildlife. The journey was taxing, but their scientific curiosity and desire to make groundbreaking discoveries pushed them onward. Yet, as they ventured farther into the wilderness, the terrain became increasingly treacherous, filled with hidden crevasses and deadly snowdrifts. It was only a matter of time before disaster would strike. Tragedy struck when Belgrave Ninnis, one of Mawson's team members, fell victim to a hidden crevasse. Ninnis, along with essential supplies, was lost to the ice. The expedition, which had already been an exhausting and perilous endeavor, now faced a true crisis. The loss of their comrade was a devastating blow. Mawson and Mertz, now even more isolated and with dwindling resources, had to find a way to continue their journey. With temperatures plummeting and the dangers of the environment increasing, every decision became critical. However, Mawson's leadership remained unshaken, and he steered the team through the harshest conditions. Day after day, they struggled against the blizzards and freezing temperatures, pushing their bodies and minds to the limit. But the greatest test still lay ahead. As Mawson and Mertz pressed on, their food and supplies became increasingly scarce. The duo was forced to make the unimaginable decision to use their remaining sled dogs as a source of sustenance. The brutal reality of survival was now upon them. Mertz, already worn thin by the harsh conditions, eventually succumbed to madness and perished. Mawson was now alone, left to face the icy wilderness with only his determination and survival skills to rely on. Alone in the heart of Antarctica, Mawson's struggle for survival reached new extremes. With his physical and mental reserves drained, Mawson had to rely on every ounce of his strength and knowledge to survive. His intimate understanding of the terrain and his training in geology allowed him to navigate the vast icy expanse, even as frostbite set in and exhaustion nearly overwhelmed him. The death of his last companion, Xavier Mertz, left Mawson to face the brutal reality of isolation. His fight for survival became a daily battle against the environment, hunger and despair. Yet, even in the direst of circumstances, Mawson refused to give up. His scientific curiosity still burned bright, and he rationed his meager supplies, clinging to the hope that he would find shelter and safety. One fateful day, Mawson stumbled upon a supply depot. The sight of food and warmth brought a flicker of hope back to his heart. Despite his debilitating physical condition, he gathered his strength and pressed on, knowing that survival was still within reach. Each step was painful, and every moment filled with the fear of death, but Mawson's will to live remained unbroken. With safety hundreds of miles away, he continued his perilous journey back to the base camp, determined to honor the memory of his fallen comrades. Mawson's return to base camp was nothing short of miraculous. He had survived the worst that Antarctica had to offer and returned, battered but alive. His journey, marked by extreme physical hardship and isolation, captivated the world. Mawson's resilience and determination became legendary. His story was a testament to the unyielding strength of the human spirit. When Mawson finally made it back to civilization, he was hailed as a hero. His contributions to exploration and science were immense, and he was knighted for his extraordinary achievements. His journey did not only shape the future of Antarctic exploration, but also advanced the understanding of the polar regions through his geological studies. His face was later featured on the Australian $100 bill as a tribute to his lasting impact on the country. Mawson's legacy as a scientist, explorer, and symbol of human endurance continues to inspire generations of explorers and adventurers. His story serves as a reminder of the incredible feats that can be accomplished in the face of insurmountable odds, and his legacy continues to inspire scientific curiosity and the spirit of exploration worldwide.